Welcome back to the woods. Single digits this morning. I got the old critter plugged in, getting that warmed up. But a few days ago, it was down to 28 below at home. And that's cold. So I just laid low. Now it's going to be up in the 20s today. So I'm going to come out here, get some wood cut. And I'm going to run the Neotech today. As I get more and more comments about the Neotech saws, there's definitely some issues with them. And I haven't run this saw a whole bunch, maybe 5-6 tanks through it. So over the next few days, I'm going to run the Neotech more, see how it does. So I'm going to get the skidder started up. Time for me to get in the woods. It's time to get after it. This tree was leaning hard into these cedars, and there wasn't a good spot to get in there with the skidder to get it picked up. So I just reached in with the loader, grabbed it by the end, pulled it out into an area where it was easier to cut up and get loaded onto the skidder. You know, it doesn't take long on these bigger saws to burn through a tank of fuel. But I had a good load cut for the skidder, got that loaded up. I thought, well, I may as well bring it out, refuel, touch up the chain a little bit. Give me a chance to talk about guy I know fixes snowmobiles, four-wheelers, side-by-sides. And I asked him about these aftermarket products, Neotech, aftermarket four-wheeler parts and side-by-side parts. You know, he kind of rolls his eyes, and he said, you know what, you got about a 50-50 shot of it working for you. You know, and his point fixing stuff like that was 50-50, not worth trying. Get the OEM, you know it's going to work, you know it's going to last. Probably comes with a little bit of warranty. How much of a warranty does this come with? Yeah, probably nothing. And again, you get what you pay for. I'm just hopeful this turns out to be a decent saw and lasts me a while. But like I said before, I'm going to pound on it a little bit, see how it does. property I've only ever seen 3 white pine trees. And my plan was to take the dozer and kind of push around them, get that soil turned up a little bit, and hopefully they'd regenerate more white pines. But this one wasn't very healthy, and as I rode by it right now, I looked up and there were nothing green up there. So I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to cut this long. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but Grandpa always said it's easier to cut a log shorter than it is to make it longer. So we'll cut these long. Let's see how it looks inside. Not sure if it's going to be rotten in there. We'll get it down, take a look. Well, that all worked out pretty good. And as you can see, it's nice and solid. This will make a nice log. I'll saw it into lumber, use it for something. That tree went right where I hoped it would. The only bad thing is it did snag the top of a small white birch and broke it off. I knew it was going to be a tight squeeze in there, but thought maybe it would go. But that's all right. I'll cut that birch up. It'll be used for firewood. So let's get this sawed up, get it put up on the skidder. Well, the tree was nice and solid, even at the second cut. But what makes me worry now is, as I got up there, you could see where some of those limbs were already cut, which meant somebody had a tree stand here. Now I'm wondering if there's not steps or spikes or something in this tree. I'll hit it with the metal detector and see how that goes. It's about all you can do. Starting to get dark now, time to call it a day. Got 4 tanks of gas through the 872, ran good today. But as you can see, the old critter's just not made to haul this long stuff. You start putting 16 footers on here, I gotta shove them up front, let them hang out the back quite a bit. But we'll get there. We're about a half mile from the landing, so it's gonna be dark by the time we get out of here, but we'll get there. Hope you enjoyed the video today, and until next time, thanks for watching.